Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on to do some crafting with you tonight, and we have a brand new wood pack in the online shop. It actually first went out to the woodworkers and we made an adorable sign with it, and it was one of those that I thought needed to be in the online shop so that you guys would have a chance to make one of your own. But as always, please come join us in the woodworking group, get the template and make as many as you want. Comment woodworker and we will send the information to your direct messages so you can learn more about the woodworking group. But it is in the online shop. I have linked it up in the little chain link paperclip thing down below, and we are going to paint it tonight. So as you're jumping on, just say hello. Let me know you're here. I'm going to get the iPad going so I can see comments. I see y'all are hopping on. I don't even see an inkling of a comment. Not even a smidge. Not one comment down there. So let's find our live, and there we go. I knew you guys were here. Hey Tina, how are you? Hi Jennifer, good evening. Hey Trula. Yes, I was just trying to get it together. That's what I was trying to do. But yes, good evening everybody. Hey Deborah from Pennsylvania. Hi Vicky and Carol. Brenda, hello. Hey Barb. So we are painting this tonight. We painted it in the woodworking group already. You certainly could use the June paint pack, which June is almost over, you guys. Don't know if you realize that, but this month has just flown by. And I did a video earlier today, this morning, saying, let me know what you want to see for the July paint pack. So go check that video out and leave your suggestions. If I pick yours, you very well could get a free paint pack. So the colors I'm using tonight, I started to say you can use the June paint pack. I am going to use Tahoe instead of Liberty Blue. That's the color I used with the woodworkers, and I love it. So that's the one we're going to use. We are going to paint the piece in Tahoe, and then of course the banner part right here. So what I want to do is just kind of outline this, just so I know whereabouts to put the banner. And that's what we're going to paint Tahoe. So you can kind of see that outline I made. And we're going to start with that first. Hi, Wynn. Hey, Carly. Hi, Teresa and Jenna. Deborah, hello. Hey, Kelly and Diane. How is everybody? Hey, Tracy said she's finally able to catch me live. Awesome. I go live during the week at 5 o'clock Pacific time. I try to do it at the same time each time I go live at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Let's see, let's use this brush right here just to make it a little easier, you know, so we'll remember. All right, so this is the color Tahoe. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? I did. I was in Arizona this weekend with my family, with my cousins. We had a lake day on Saturday and went to dinner Friday night. It was a good time, really good time. Thank you, Wynn. I appreciate that. No, I should have, Wendy. Now that you say that, I should have done that. I just wasn't thinking about it. Should have done a little pre-staining, and we could have done this one with some chippy. But we're going to just go ahead and paint it up with some fun little details. Just kind of bring it to life. Chippy would have looked good though on this also. Okay. That is our peace sign. Next we're going to do this banner part right here. And then I'm going to paint all of this in the color cotton. Oh, my mom is on. Hello. Hi, Laura. Oh, you worked on the pool and yard work on top of, oh no, wait a minute, and yard work. You got poison ivy? Aw, thank you. Did you get poison ivy? Oh no. You guys have a lot of that, huh? I've heard you talk about that several times. Didn't do much, but it was good. Sometimes we need that. Yes, sometimes we just need time to just do nothing. It is good, definitely. Oh yes, Laura, I'll look, let me make a note. And I'll check on that. Oops, I didn't go quite low enough here. Oh no, Barb, that's awful. I've heard you talk about getting it before. Is there anything you could do to not get it? Or you just don't know it's there? Okay, I'm just gonna take this out of there because it was pretty built up, so. All right. Oh no, internal poison ivy? Oh my goodness, Barb, that's horrible. Wow. Is that painful? It just seems like that would be painful. It gets in your lungs? Okay, so next I'm going to paint that right there. I want to get a little bit bigger of a brush. Oh no, when they burn it. Not realizing that when they're burning their yard waste, they're burning poison ivy. Oh no. That's awful. Okay, so I got the sides all painted. Now I'm going to paint the top part of the surface right here. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, so I'm just getting it all painted up in the color cotton, and then we'll paint our heart, and then we're going to start the details. Oh goodness. So this is the color cotton, just in case you were wondering what color this is. It's cotton. Okay. And then we're going to paint this in the color Firehouse. Okay, you guys, I need to get this scheduled. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it later tonight. But this Friday, I am having a Whatnot sale at 5:30 in the evening, Pacific time. Okay, so mark your calendars. If you are not familiar with Whatnot, you can comment Whatnot, and I'll send you the information so that you can get all dialed in with Whatnot. And if you've never, if it would be your first time, if it's your first time signing up, you will get a $15 credit to shop. And that's from Whatnot. That's not a credit that I give, but over on the Whatnot platform, they will give you a first time $15. And it doesn't have to be on my show. It can be on anybody's. It's pretty cool if you've never done it before. It's a lot of fun. And so I'll be having a lot of the handmade things that you see me make here over there. That's where I sell them at. Not all of them, but I do sell some of them. And then I put others, because I have a ton of stuff, in mystery grab bags for Black Friday. So that's where some of them go also. And some of them I keep and some of them I give for gifts. So if you ever wonder what I do with all the things I make, that's what I do with them. I used to keep them. I used to not get rid of them at all, but after 5 years of making stuff, I have no place to put stuff, so I have to do something with it. So anyways, that's going to be this Friday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So mark your calendars. As soon as I schedule the show, you can then bookmark it. But as of right now, I haven't done that yet. I'm going to go ahead and paint the backs of these just because, well, you might see them in the Whatnot show. You just never know. You just never know. And when we're all done, I'll show you the one that I made with the woodworking group. Super cute. I'm not getting rid of that one. It is definitely worth checking out the woodworking group because you get tons and tons of templates to make all of your own stuff just like this. And I show you exactly how to do it. You don't have to have any experience. I walk you through it step by step on live video, so you have access to the coach and you can ask your questions and all the things. It's not tutorial style. It is live, and I'm right there with you doing it live, and you can ask questions. I agree, Erin. That's what I thought too. We have laws here for everything. That's what I was thinking. They should have laws for that. Okay. I have let it build up so much I can't even put the lid on there. And I put my paintbrush. I need to get it back. Well, you know what? I'm just going to paint the whole back white rather than try to paint that little part blue. I'm just going to paint the whole back white. And it doesn't have to be a perfect coverage, but oh man, I knew that was going to happen. I have paint on my fingers and it's transferring onto the front. Let me try that. Okay. I just need to cover this up a little bit as I got there There we go. Now we're going to paint the heart. I had to think about that for a second. I really did. I'm just wiping this off so I don't transfer anymore over to the other parts that we're painting. Okay. Hi, Margie. Okay. Hey, Graham's Corner. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to paint the back of this one. And then we do need the red to paint the stripes on the flag. Ooh, that sets up fast. Okay. Hi, Renee. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our firehouse color and let's see. I need a brush. This one might be too big. Let's see. I think I'll do this one. Okay. So what I want to do is paint the stripes. So I'm just going to kind of follow this right here. Just follow it up and just do it kind of wavy, just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just did it a little bit wavy, kind of dip down a little, come back up, just like that. And then we're going to fill it in because we've got our top up here as well. And then I am going to paint the sides and the top. Once it dries, I might add a little bit more, but you can kind of see that. And then I'm going to do one right here. It's going to be a little bit thick also. Okay, see how I just kind of did it just a little wavy, kind of dip down, back up. Now it's not two stripes, it looks like it. I'm gonna fill in the middle here. I just want one thick one. And then we're gonna do this right here, put a little line, just kind of connect all that. And then we're going to paint the side. just like that. And then we're going to do one right here, just sort of just like that. And then I'm going to come down here and just do it a little bit wider and still kind of follow this. Okay. And then I'm going to do one down here on the bottom also. Oops, I got kind of carried away right there. But if that happens, it's okay. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. You see how I just came back and smoothed it out? That looks good. I like that. And then I'm going to come over here and just paint the sides. This is such a fun and easy way to do stripes because there's really no right or wrong way. You just, almost like you're just doing a wave, just like that. And just kind of make it long and then go down. That's all I'm doing. And they're not consistent. You can kind of see what that looks like. Cool. So we're going to come back here and just sort of add a little tiny bit more right on top of what we already painted. Okay, there we go. Oh, I got a mess back there. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna let that dry and come on over here to our heart and do some details on it. I do too, Erin. They're fun. It's just something different. Hi, Kim. Yeah, I like them. Yep, Christine, you 100% can. I used to, it's actually really good for that. I used to paint and, I don't want to say restore furniture, but kind of flip it. You know, you go find stuff at the thrift store, salvage yards, that kind of the side of the road, that kind of thing, at yard sales, wherever, and I would paint it, and that's exactly, I've refinished several things. Well, I've refinished a dozen things before I even started A-Frayed-Knot back in the, I don't know, middle 2000s maybe. I was restoring furniture, and yep, the paint is perfect for that. Chalk paint is wonderful for that, actually, because, so one of the things with chalk paint, I will tell you this, is, let me look for my brush first here. the preparation for painting things, refinishing furniture, that's where there's a lot of work. With chalk paint, you really don't have to do any pre-painting preparation. Where your work is going to come in is afterwards. When you are all done painting, whether you want to do some details, sanding, antiquing, anything like that, you know, roughing it up, making it look real like grungy or just whatever. There's so many different things you can do when it comes to the details of furniture. But you do want to make sure you seal it somehow. And with chalk paint, you can use a wax and apply the wax and then buff it off, and it gives an amazing finish. Or you can seal it with like a poly or a sealer like I use, just to get a seal on the top of it. But you definitely want to do that. That's where a little bit of the work comes in, is afterwards. But when you do a piece with just a regular type of paint, you have to prep in the beginning and then you have to seal it anyway. So it's not like you don't have to seal. All right, so what I'm going to do is take my midnight color. So that's just a little lesson on the chalk paint. Oh, these pieces right here, Nancy, is that what you're talking about for like a behavior thing? Somehow in your classroom, maybe a behavior board or something. So with the piece and the heart and the flag, you want to use that somehow? But not in all the patriotic colors. Besides red, white, and blue. Well, if you use the flag, I would think the flag, how would you paint the flag? The heart and the peace sign, you can paint any color. Literally, you can paint it any color. The heart would be really cute in 24K, or the peace sign in 24K. You can still put polka dots on it. And then the heart, I mean, you could paint it any color you want. I see what you're saying. Okay. Just maybe the flag in the red, white, and blue. You could paint either the heart 24K and the peace sign in another color, or I don't know. It's hard to say because there's so many colors that you could use. All right, let's see here. I think I'll use this one. So what I want to do is go ahead and just start outlining. So I'm going to take my midnight color paint, and I'm just going to come along just like this. So you see how I've kind of done some broken up lines. And then I'm going to come right here. Just like that. They're just kind of broken up sporadically. Oh yes, Carol said you could paint the flag in your state colors. That's a great idea. Or even your school colors, you can paint the flag in your school colors also. Or you could paint, if you wanted to leave the flag an American flag, you could paint the heart in your school colors or the peace sign in your school colors. That's a good idea. And the flag in like your state colors. Oh, Renee said she uses the Minwax polyacrylic with the chalk paint for furniture. That's great to know. All right, next I'm gonna take our Tahoe. Actually, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna mix a little bit of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get to mixing, because we're gonna put some polka dots. And so I'm taking the Tahoe and just a little dab of the cotton color, and then I'm gonna mix it just to lighten it up. And I add a little bit of cotton at a time, just a little. I don't want to get too much at one time. I just want to do a little bit at a time. So let's see here. Okay. So I think I'll go ahead and take this color, and then right on the inside here, I'm gonna go ahead and just line in the blue. Just like this. And I'm doing one continuous line. If it's a little choppy, I'm just gonna kind of come back and fix it, and then get a little bit more paint. So there we go with that. And then I'll come in with my smaller brush and some of the cotton color, and I'm just going to add a little bit of white. Little white lines here. Just like that. That looks good. And then in the end, we're gonna come in with the paintbrush and just do a little bit of the fly speck. But we're gonna set that aside for right now, and then we're going to put our polka dots on. So I think I'll go ahead and use the medium sponge from the Dollar Tree sponges. I think I'll use the medium. Yeah, we'll use the medium. That's too big. Yeah, I'll use this one. Okay. And then we're just going to, I'm going to add a little bit of the cotton right here, because what I kind of like to do is dip this in just like that, and then I'm going to dip it in here. This kind of mixes it a little bit. I just like that, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. So it just makes it kind of discolored. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little right here. I just kind of come back, and I went right back over it with the cotton. And then I'm going to put one right here. See, they're very forgiving because I can come right back over. I don't like the way it looks. There. I like that. And then I'm going to come in and put one big one right here. But you see what I mean? How it's kind of spongy looking. So then I can just come and just like that. And then I added almost a whole circle right there. Oh, I wish I could get a halfer right there. Let me see, how could I do this? Let me think about this. I'm gonna see if I cut this. Oh yes, that will work beautifully. Okay, so I just cut that. And just dump that in there, and then there we go. Okay, so I just cut it in half to get a half circle. Not bad, not bad. I can come in with a little paintbrush and kind of make this line look a little bit better. Can actually kind of do that with all of these. All right, let's see here. I still want to put this on here though, because I just like that kind of spongy look. There we go. Okay. Let me put that there because we're going to put a couple more. I just need to mix up a little bit more. We still have to put polka dots on the peace sign also. Ooh, that's kind of close. Oh my goodness, that's too close, but it's just gonna have to be okay. I might see if I can cram one right down in here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just gonna paint one in right here. That's not too bad. Okay. So there's our polka dots. They are a little wonky, but it'll be fine. It is going to be okay. We're just going to leave it. I'm going to mix up some more paint here. And we're going to put them on the peace sign. Hey, Diane, how are ya? Okay. Almost started putting polka dots on the wrong side. Thank you, Chappie. Hi, Becky. Okay. Okay, I want to get a little bit more of the cotton color in these, just to kind of lighten them up a little bit. I might do that towards the end. Okay, so then I am going to come back and just sort of put some cotton on my palette here. And realize you guys can't really see my palette, and that might be helpful. So I just put some cotton right there in the center, and then just kind of put my sponge in it just to get a little discoloration going on the palette, on the sponge. And then I'm just going to put it right back inside of my polka dots, just like this. See how it adds a little bit more of the cotton to it, making it just a little bit more bright. Now that's what I'm going to do on these ones over here also. Just makes them a little bit more white. I like that, so we're going to do it on these as well. Let's get a little more cotton here. I'm gonna have to try to make it work with these. Uh-oh, I didn't put that back in the... All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's our peace sign. There's our polka dots on our flag. So we need to get these dry so we can start putting some other details on them. I'm just gonna toss these because we don't need them anymore, and I can always cut up another sponge if I need to. Because I have a lot of sponges, so we're good with that. Okay. So we're gonna need some more of the cotton, and I've already got the midnight. Uh-oh. Brushes are drying so fast tonight. Okay, let's get these dried. Thank you, Renee, for the stars. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Diane. It really, Kim, I agree. The cotton just kind of brightens it up and makes it look a little more white. Okay. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do next is take our midnight color, kind of get in there and get it broken up a little bit. It started to get a little cover over it. Hi, May. Thank you, Kim. I love playing around with the shadowing and even with the sponges. I like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna outline this whole thing in the color Midnight. So I'm gonna start right here and just follow that right there. And then I'm gonna start here and follow just like that. And then I'm just gonna follow this all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to outline this, just outlining everything. And then I am going to outline the stripes as well. Oops. Oh goodness. Sometimes I get in the wrong color. Just gonna wipe it off. Get into the midnight. Just following those stripes. if you start to run out of paint, just load back up and then kind of pick up where you left off. See how I start to run out and then I just get more paint, pick up where I left off. Okay, there's what we're looking like so far. I'm going to get a little bit of my cotton here on this brush. Just kind of wipe it off a little and then just come in and just like that. So I just added some details to those circles, the polka dots right there. And then I'm just going to take the same brush and then just add little white lines just like this. Kind of darken this one up a little. So just like that. They're a little heavier than I want them, but this brush is it's starting to separate a bit. It's not staying together like I like it to. And then we can come in and just add a little bit of our little fly specks, I like to call them. There's our flag. I know what I didn't do. I'm gonna get, let's see. Let me get another one here. Maybe this one. Ooh, this one's long. Let's try this one. I'm gonna add a little bit to these. You see how I'm just kind of softening these up a little by adding okay, I'm just going right inside of the black with this thin. There we go. I like it. That one is a little thicker than I really like it to be, but we're just gonna leave it. And then, let me wash this off so it doesn't dry. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna outline this one in the color Midnight also. But I'm gonna take a pencil. Here it is. I'm gonna take a pencil and then just kind of draw in the thumb right here. So I'm just gonna draw it in. I'm gonna start where these two come together right here and just come out and do a curve. And you're really gonna see it once I paint it. It's gonna be hard to see before I paint it. And then right here is one finger and this is another finger. And then we have another finger right here. Okay, now I can come in and do my outlining. And we're going to start right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to come right here. I kind of came down to there and ran out of paint, so I'll load up and do my thumb over here. And then I'll continue. Just like that. And then we'll do our fingers right here. And then this one. Okay, so you can kind of see it coming to life. And we're going to finish over here. Okay, let's dry this a little bit. And then I'm going to use this brush so I don't get so big of lines this time. And I'm just putting in the details on the polka dots. So on these ones where you see the black line goes through it, I just kind of continue right here a little, just like that. And then we're going to come in here and add a little bit. of the cotton to these black lines just to soften them up a little bit. Can you kind of see that? And then definitely going to put some ooh, I missed a detail right here. Okay, now let's put this puppy together. Thanks, Elizabeth. Aw, thank you, Margie. Thanks, Wynn. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so hard. All right, I realized that, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't add any specs to that. What did I do with my, of course I put it in the water already. Okay. There we go. That looks good. Now we're going to make sure it's dry. So I realized I just barely turned on the hot glue tool, so we are going to have to, let's see here. Oh, I like it like that. So I'll probably, I don't know if that's even gonna, oh yeah, it will. Heat it up already, which is good. So let's see here. Definitely gonna have to use my nail gun, I think. Trying to see how I want this to hang. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hold that for a second. Okay, let's see. Oh, how cute. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just drill a couple holes and use some wire to make it a hanger. So the wire is nice because it will allow you to, I want a rusty ball for this one. Okay. If your drilled holes aren't, or you can use like some ribbon or something real cute and glue it on the back to make a hanger also. You don't have to drill holes. But, we're going to use the wire. So I'm just going to put a little bit just like this. And then I'll do a little curly Q right here, just to kind of put that rusty bell in there. And then we're gonna tie it up over here. Okay, we could even put like a little colorful tie on there if you want to. Let's see what I got. Oh, that's kind of not bright. Let's see here. Well, I don't know. Let's try this one. Kind of a lot of red. Or don't put one if you like it better without. I just kind of wanted us to see what it looks like with it on there. And there is our Peace, Love in America. So cute. I love it. I hope you guys like this one. Let me show you what the project looked like from the woodworkers. Almost identical. It's just on a surface. So there is from the woodworkers on a surface. And here is the hanger. Oh, love it. I love it. I love it. Do you have rusty stars instead of bells? I do have a rusty star. Yeah, I do. That would be, it would have been cute to put a rusty star on there. So anyway, you guys, that's it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Deborah. Thanks, Tina. Oh, the peace sign again. Yes, here's the peace sign. Thank you, Martha. Aw, thanks, everybody. I'm glad you love it. Me too, Shasta. You have the 18 gauge brad nailer and the 23 gauge pin nailer. Awesome. Yes, I love all the tools. Thanks, Mom. Okay, well, you guys, that is it. Wayne said she knew I would do the fun polka dots. Thank you, Christine. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is available. I forgot to mention it is on sale. It is brand new, but I put it on sale so that you guys could snag it up. It comes with the piece, the heart, and the flag cutout. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight and painting. I love hanging out with you. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.